Hey, welcome back. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Nikocado Avocado and Stephanie Sue situation. I'm a little bit behind on that, but welcome back to the series here on the channel, Exploring YouTubers, where we talk about YouTubers that have had a severe lapse in judgment and or done some not okay things. Grab your rep mugs, and if you're unfamiliar, that's hot. Nikocado Avocado is an American YouTube star, food blogger, and social media personality with over 1.76 million subscribers on his main channel. He's been criticized before for swearing, acting out, over dramatizing things from his personal life. Stephanie Sue is a South Korean YouTuber who's known for mukbang eating, rants, and vlogs. She currently has over 1.94 million subscribers on her main channel. Before we go any further, I do want to point out some involved dramas, including one with Trisha Paytas, where there was some sort of disconnect or miscommunication, one with YouTuber Veronica Wang, and another one with another YouTuber named Divine Munchies. If you're interested in these specific dramas, they will be in the description below. Let's keep a focus on Veronica Wang. We're going to be talking about her quite a bit in this video. One thing I did notice is that all these situations, though they were different in substance and consistency of what they pertain to, there was one common denominator. They all accused each other of lying. In this point, specifically to one thing that I can surmise from this, is that people lie. On December 21st of 2019, Stephanie Sue released a video titled, "Why I'm Scared of Nikocado Avocado."
I just want to share my side. I feel like I've been manipulated by fear, that I can't say no to him. I just want to take back my power to say no, not feel like someone's holding this thing over me and threatening me. I feel like in normal circumstances, I probably wouldn't share private text messages or private DMs, but because of his constant, just over and over again, twisting my words, I just feel like it's necessary, and I'm only going to be using conversations that have to do with this matter of my safety, my security, and the way that he's been threatening me.
Nikocado originally reached out to Stephanie on Instagram DMs to get some clarification about another drama that included Veronica Wang. Directly after this, he asked her to collab on multiple occasions, to which she turned down because she didn't want to be a part of any drama. On one of those occasions,
August, he came to Los Angeles and he had asked if I wanted to collab, and for other reasons, I turned him down. Now, at this point, I was like, I still feel like I want to meet him in person. If he's in LA, I also felt like I turned down 2 collabs, like, let's meet. So I had set up this dinner with me, Zach, and Nick at Hot Pot. Honestly, immediately going in, I was nervous. I definitely had a guard up because I was like, oh, anytime we've talked before, he's just been asking nonstop about Veronica. And so I even went in with this gift of like a bottle of champagne and these macaroons because I wanted him to know that, like, hey, I didn't say no to you in your collabs because I don't like you, And so immediately when I met him, I could probably say that I was kind of taken aback by how comfortable he was. He just kept saying, like, yeah, that's online. You can trust me.
Hopefully you can trust me now.
I do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do.
Good.
that's a red flag to me. If anyone ever approaches you saying, "You can trust me," without any context, and the only context that you do have is them wanting something from you, they're probably getting ready to attempt to try and blow your house down. That was a reference to the 3 Little Pigs. Eventually, Nikocado won the trust of Stephanie after bonding over mutual interest in home security, which really does strike me as an odd, especially after watching season 2 of You, where in order to hack a home security system, you needed to know the type. Well,
in October, he asked me, are you happy with your home? I low-key want that security system. And I told him that I was very happy, and then he texted me back that night saying, yeah, what's the name of your fancy security system? I'd like to research it, ha ha ha. And at this point, I disclosed which security system I had, but I also kind of told him like why I liked it. At this point, I felt like he was a friend and I wanted to give him whatever help he needed in terms of security.
After doing one collaboration, there was an agreed collaboration of another 3 videos. There really didn't go much time in between any conversations without Nikocado bringing up Veronica Wang. This does lead me to believe that it was his original intention to get to Veronica through Stephanie because they did have a little bit of shared past, but it didn't have anything to do with Nikocado. But I believe in the process, this caused more pain and drama for Nikocado.
Just remember that before we filmed Nick's video, his first video, the talking mukbang, we were supposed to go to H Mart and then go back to his place so that we could film it. And we were in the car and the topic of what we were going to talk about in the talking mukbang came up. And this is kind of when I first felt really uncomfortable because Nick said it very assertively, we're going to talk about Veronica and we're going to spill all the tea. And I was kind of confused because I was like, oh, whoa, what? And so I was immediately like, no. And then he went, but why'd you tell me yesterday that you wanted to then? I felt like I would never tell him that I wanted to talk about Veronica and specifically spill the tea. It had always been about Shukbang. Me and Veronica's relationship didn't involve Nick. And so I was just confused, and it got really awkward after I said, oh no, like I don't mind addressing Shukbang, but that's it. And he just got silent. And I couldn't help but feel like he was really upset by that. And so I just remember like I was driving and I was like, this is so uncomfortable. Do I raise the music? Like, do I step on the pedal? What do I do? But I still felt like, okay, at least we cleared it up before the video. Like at least now he gets it.
My mind keeps going back to that's what he originally wanted.
And then Nick brought up the conversation of Shukbang, but he brought it up in a way, and I know that the full footage is not out there. He did it in a way, I don't remember his exact wording, but it was in a...
What did you want to share? Or do you change your mind now?
I just feel like maybe...
You said you wanted to talk to your viewers with me here, because you never talked to any of your viewers.
And I just remember feeling just shocked because the way he went about it was just so almost like an interrogation.
It's completely clear to me what his intentions are. He has some kind of need or want to talk about this, and anything that pushes that out of the way is going to make him a little bit angry.
I had these baby wipes in front of me and I kept wiping him every time he got too serious to just kind of play it off like, let me wipe him up. And every single time I tried to do that, increasingly, it seemed like he got more offended. He would look at me with such a shocked face. Like, I can't believe, but you said you wanted to talk about it and now you don't? Almost like, how dare you? You said you wanted to talk about it. And I just remember I kept trying to put it off. I kept trying to show him I'm uncomfortable. I kept trying to lighten the mood with jokes and give all of us an out of this conversation without ending it awkwardly. But it was just rapid fire. And it increasingly went from Shukbang, maybe the first 2 sentences, into Veronica.
And I think regardless that most people would see the signs. That I can kind of tell if somebody's getting uncomfortable or they're trying to switch the topic to something else. It's something that like I said, most people pick up on, and it seems like he's purposely not doing this, or maybe he has a disconnect where he can't see this. Either way, him pushing forward like that, regardless if she brought it up in the past, is not good.
I kept trying to find a way out. I mentioned multiple times in a very joking way, like, you guys don't need me. It's ASMR. You guys don't need me. And he would say things like, Nick would say things like, Stephanie, we're all tired. So I felt like that was a signal to me, like, get it together. And I was like, oh, he knows something's wrong. And so then because of that, I started getting more and more cautious, and I was like trying to make jokes, and I was trying to be, there was like this hot Cheeto thing we were cooking, and I was like, it looks like a heart. Oh. And I just felt like if I didn't make him feel like everything was okay, he would just get more and more angry with me. And so we filmed the 3rd video at the end of the ASMR, because it was a whispering one. Nick turned to me and he said, is there anything else you'd like to say? And I just remember feeling so gutted. Like my heart had dropped to the ground because I thought it was going to be another interrogation.
What would you like to say?
Thank you for watching us eat these. And so I said, thanks for watching us eat this food.
Stephanie no longer felt comfortable with Nikocado and went to de-escalate the situation, sort of back away slowly. And if you've ever been in this type of situation, you know what I mean. And Nikocado wasn't having it, so he moved to more threatening, forceful tactics. I think there was even talk of illegal recording.
It says, I'm this effing close to making an exposing video. Should I? What the F is wrong with people so rude, so self-serving, and inconsiderate? And then he posted a story with a black screen, making some tea, you guys. You won't believe the audacity people have, but I have lots of receipts and audio clips. I never consented to any audio clips. So that means these were illegally recorded. When and where and how. I didn't know what he was talking about. I didn't know if this was just an empty threat to scare me even more.
Nikocado did make a response video and it wasn't received very well. He went by piece to discredit each part of Stephanie's video. Like for example, when she talked about him taking pictures of her house without her consent.
And she's claiming that I was taking photos for an odd reason that she has no idea what it was for. And that's what made her feel unsafe. But she was sitting right there as I took a photo, watching me. Watching me. What she's saying here is so incriminating. She's making it look like I did something without her knowledge that therefore threatened her peace of mind or implied the overall safety of her home was in jeopardy.
He then claims that Stephanie was the one that wanted to make videos about Veronica, which didn't make any sense to me.
3 or 4 months ago, and this is what she said. Hi, so I have a wild idea. Veronica Wang is going to be in Los Angeles and wanted to meet me to talk. I haven't run the idea by her, but I'm pretty sure she'll be on board considering everything. I want to do a more serious docu-series type video, Shane Dawson type, with Veronica, highlighting not only everything that happened with Shook Bang and including what happened between Veronica and I, but also all the personal conflicts that were involved. It would be a good cliffhanger to whatever you have to say to her afterwards, yada yada. And then Stephanie says, so essentially, I want to address everything that she did that hurt everybody involved, starting from Shook Bang, and maybe finally get her to understand that she wasn't the victim here. And I would also like to showcase a side of you that shows you're not just here for the drama, but you're here for the underdogs, and the words she said against you hurt you and not just angered you. I would also like people to see a glimpse of vulnerability from Nikocado, obviously to your comfort. But I was just hoping to be an unbiased voice. And this is what I said to her. I said, it honestly seems like a little much. I don't live there, I'd have to fly there, and if anything, a Shane Dawson documentary, that's many different days of filming and shooting. I'm not really interested in spending weeks there for this.
That in itself was kind of a curveball, and it makes me wonder why didn't she bring up any of this in her original video? And he goes on to talk about how she used her trauma against him.
Over 6 million people have viewed this video. I just checked. 6 million people from around the world. I certainly don't have 6 million people out there who know who I am. There aren't 6 million people who know who Stephanie is. I mean, I don't even have 2 million subscribers, let alone 6. That leaves for millions of people to discover and learn who I am from direct avenue of this video, which is fine. You can make videos about me all you want, but the title is why you're scared of me. A surveillance footage clip of an, at that time, unidentified man, unidentified, over top of you, touching you, as you scream and cry out. And then there's another clip of you saying to the camera, me too. Whoa, gee, was that by accident? Or was that to get an audience hooked to find out what I did to her regarding the Me Too movement? You scroll down to the description box and you read, here are some links to help you understand what he did to me. And one link is about emotional manipulation. And the other link is to a story time video that I made about the Me Too movement.
I do admit I was a little bit confused as to why she was posting these clips of her trauma in context with him, and my only thought could be it might have invoked similar feelings, making her feel triggered, making her feel the exact way she felt from this, and I think that's the point that she was trying to convey, and I think that Nikocado might have been missing the point behind her video. Nikocado goes on to give excuses for his behavior for the duration of his video response. Stephanie, of course, makes a response video to this. Firstly, let's talk about the pictures.
And your big waha moment in your video was that You said that I let you take a picture in front of me, so everything I said prior to that was a lie. Oh, how could I ever be uncomfortable or feel unsafe when I was right there when you took one picture, right? Well, this is a picture that you showed in your video. And then you said that you took it because you wanted to see my lighting setup, which I do remember. You said, can I take a picture of your lighting setup? I said yes. I don't know about you, but typically I'd like to get a closer shot of the actual lighting setup if I wanted a picture of the lighting setup. When I did go to the restroom, you did take pictures behind my back. And I didn't approve of those pictures. And you kept trying to make it seem like I'm crazy, I'm a manipulator for being scared of you releasing these pictures. So then you went on to release the exact pictures that I would never want on the internet. You released a picture of my kitchen with my security feed straight dab in the middle, and you didn't have the courtesy to blur it out. I don't know what you were interested in that picture. Was it the kitchen cabinets? Because you could have gotten more of the cabinets from a different angle. Was it the curtain? Because you could have gotten more of the curtain from a different angle. Now, I, without your consent, cannot release the security footage of you taking pictures when I go to the restroom, but you release this picture. And if you zoom in closely, you're alone in my kitchen taking this picture. So you took the picture when I was in the bathroom.
I've never recorded anyone, ever, without their consent. I took a photo with her consent.
This makes a lot more logical sense. She goes on to talk about the Veronica situation and how Nikocado was spinning the narrative like she was hiding some deep, dark secret, when in reality, this was extremely transparent, and there was messages between her and Veronica that Nikocado didn't know, and it wasn't for Nikocado to know. He just needed to, not to try to spin narratives like that.
So I'm going to read you guys some of the text messages that he showed because he failed to read a lot of the important parts of it. I wanted to make this docuseries, and I wanted to highlight not only everything that happened with Shukbang and including what happened between Veronica and I, but also all of the personal conflicts that were involved. I wanted it to be less drama focused, but more about the personal struggles behind all of the decisions that were made. My goal would be that things that need to be talked out can be and would shine a new perspective and light onto all parties involved. So Nick is framing his story as if I absolutely hate Veronica and I just couldn't wait to talk shit about Veronica, and I want to do all of these exposing videos about her with Nick because I want drama and I want views. And to give you guys some perspective, this is what I said to Veronica, which Nick has never seen. We didn't leave off on the best terms, and she said, "Hey Steph, I hope you're doing well. I know we left off on a really horrible foot, but I just wanted to let you know I've missed you. I also recently got accepted into a couple culinary schools in California, so I might be moving there for a year. I'll be there this week looking at apartments and was wondering if you'd like to meet up for food to talk. Let me know your thoughts." I responded, "Hey, yeah, I know it's been forever since we last spoke. We did leave off in such a shitty way, but I'm glad you reached out. I know it's super awkward after everything that's happened, but I'm genuinely happy that things are going super well for you. Bottom of my heart, congrats on all your success with culinary school. Let me know what days you'd be here. I'd love to talk." Now, at this point, I did have this idea of doing a docuseries. I ran the idea by Veronica. This is what I DM'd her after we spoke on the phone. I said, "I'm glad we got to speak on the phone. I know we barely touched the surface on how we felt, but at least we kind of know where each other's minds are. I hope I communicated everything across well, but I do want to mention that I don't want the entire thing to be so past motivated. I also thought it would be interesting to show everyone your culinary journey and your true passion in food. Show different sides and dimensions to you that not everyone may necessarily know." Again, that is what I told the group chat, and that is what I told Veronica. And Nick claims that I didn't do it because Nick didn't want to be a part of it. In reality, Veronica shut me down. She's moved on, she's thriving.
Now, I'll admit there's a lot of twists and turns in this whole story here, and a lot of people trying to insert themselves into the drama. But so far as I see it, the most transparent one is Stephanie. So now this goes full circle in my mind, and to me, it's apparent that Nikocado has some sort of strange fascination with Veronica, maybe even revenge, but definitely drama. So of course, Nikocado responds with another video, and it's just absolutely a train wreck. It's not received well at all. It mostly consists of him not being sorry, saying we apparently don't know half of what's happening.
Everyone's you need to say sorry. You need to say sorry. You need to apologize. Hello, who are you? Who are you again? Sorry for what? Like, I'm not sorry. I am not sorry. I'm not sorry. Get over it. not sorry. Sorry for what? Sorry to who? I don't even know what people are talking about. And the things people are talking about is not even, like, people don't even know half of what's going. If you're over here breaking your fingers, sorry, honey. Oh, honey, sorry.
He really hammers in the point that he's not sorry about anything at all while monetizing the video. A lot of people point out that the criticism, how people just want him to apologize, yet in the past he's made videos wanting just for people to apologize. So it is a little bit hypocritical, and he's just coming off pretty rude. At one point, he even talks about how his husband has family that can do witchcraft on all of those that are being mean in the comments section. And that brings us about current. But what has Nikocado been up to lately? Well, he's avoided taking any accountability or talking to anyone about the drama on Twitter, most likely due to Stephanie Sue bringing lawyers into the mix. The other day, he did send out a tweet flipping off everyone while saying, "Not effing sorry." He's made multiple videos that make it look like he's about to break down. He also posted videos making people think he was hacked. And there's rumors that he started a fans-only account to have fans watch him do not cool things. Also, in referring to the California two-party consent law, how Stephanie does not want to give out any of her security footage unless Nikocado gives consent. And it's a stark contrast to where Nikocado's just kind of like putting out this audio clips, putting out all this stuff that does seem illegal. He's not abiding by that law. And recently, Zach, poor Zach, he was put in the middle of all this, has came out saying he never gave permission to Nikocado to release any of his receipts that he's using in the videos. That's going to make for some interesting conversation down in the comment section below. But as interesting as this is, there's always something that's more interesting to me. That's right, you guessed it. I want to know what you think. So why don't you go ahead and leave your creative and interesting responses in the comment box below. Thumbs up for those likes. As always, brothers and sisters, I will see you in the next video. It's a complicated situation. First, exploring YouTubers video of the year. I pretty much went over everything, but in the description, click the link to the Google Drive. There's going to be multiple links that go through all this research. There's going to be so much in there that's going to give you at least a nice little rabbit hole to develop a fully formed opinions, because you remember that you can't be pushed in any direction by anything I've said here. You need to develop your own opinions. Also, on a lighter note, I have a really good idea. These are some pictures from my backdrop that used to be on the wall behind me, a little piece of Repzilla history, and I'm going to autograph them and Greg Paul print them and give them away on live stream probably this weekend. So if you're interested in that, do me a favor and go follow, that's right, my Facebook. It's facebook.com/the.repzilla. I've never really promoted it in video, but I feel like this is the year that we need to start building that up, because it's like the least used platform that I have. But I want to make it more of substance and good things like that. And as always, get your rep mug. Merch is the best way to support the channel. Because I know that you're repping. If you're not repping, you're getting how you do that. All you gotta do is subscribe, notifications turn on, be in the comment section every single video, because I'm gonna be there. Greg the Cat's gonna be there, and the rest of the Rep Squad community as well. And I expect to see you there too, because this channel loves you. Also, just look at my hair. This is gonna take a long time to edit.